This is lesson 4 on your daily entry tasks. And this first one asks about the measurement of the angle. And this is where this thing that we put in your bag might come in handy. So it is for measuring angles. And we have this angle here. And actually, they put a picture of the tool you have, so you don't technically need the tool. But I'll show you how the tool works. So it's for measuring angles. And to do this, you have to line up the dot right there in the circle. And for an angle like this, we'd actually have to make this line a little longer so we could see where it goes. So I'm just going to use the ruler part and make my line longer. So you get the dot right here. You line up this line right on top of the other line. And then we just see where does this end up? And you see I've got these numbers here. The hardest part about this is knowing, is this angle 60 degrees or 120 degrees? That can be confusing. So here's the deal. 90 degrees, you see, is in the middle, and it's the same both ways. A 90-degree angle is like the corner of a piece of paper, like the corners of this square. Those are all 90 degrees. And anything that's less than 90 degrees or sharper than 90 degrees, those are acute angles. And we can see that 60 is less. So if this angle had gone off the other way and was a wider angle than 90 degrees, if we were coming this way, we'd use the 120. But in this case, it is a sharper angle. It's sharper than the corner of a square. So we're using the smaller numbers. So it is 60 degrees. We see the 60 here in your picture. And when I use the protractor, it's also 60. So 60 degrees is what you want for number 1. So number 2, we're solving the equation 652 times 7. And we have already said you could add 652 7 times. I won't do that again this time. One interesting way to do this is the area model. And I can break 652 into 650 and 2, because those all add up to make 652. And then I can multiply each part times 7. So 7 times 2 is 14. 7 times 5 is 35, but I've got that extra 0. I'm going to place the 0. Since these are tens, I want to say this is 35 tens, because I'm really multiplying 7 times 5 tens to be 50. 6 times 7 is 42, but I've got hundreds, so it's 42 hundreds. So I've got 4,200 plus 350 plus 14. I just need to add all those up. I'm going to squeeze the 350 under the 42 and add the 14 there. So it looks like I get 4,564. 4,564. Solve for m. Remember, m is just some missing number. It might be a box. So we have 80 times 20. So we have 8 tens times 2 tens. So 8 times 2, that part, 8 times 2, whoops, I wrote 12. 8 times 2 is 16. So I know there's a 16. And the trick here, the pattern here is these are both tens, and 10 times 10 is 100. I can also think I've got 2 zeros. I'm going to place the 2 zeros. So 1,600. So 80 times 20 is 1,600 or 1,600. So m is 1,600. The value of the 6 in this number, here's where it's nice to have a place value chart, and I happen to have one here. I'm going to write this whole number into the place value chart. So I've got a 1 in the ones place, a 0 in the tens place, a 4 in the hundreds place, a 6 in the thousands place, a 2 in the 10,000s, a 9 in the 100,000s, and a 7 in the millions. So this number is 7,926,401. It'd be worth saying that number because being able to say big numbers is important. So if you're not sure about that, rewind, listen to me say it again. The value of the 6. The 6 is in the thousands place. That means there are 6 thousands. So that is worth 6,000. Okay, number 5, find the product. Product means multiply. The hint here is that they're multiplying. And the weird thing about this is that there's 3 of the 8ths. So I'm just going to start with the first 2. And I can use my multiplication chart. If you don't have these are available online. Just type in multiplication chart and you can see tons of them. So 8 and 8. 8 times 8 is 64. So 8 times 8 is 64. And then I still need to times that other 8. So 64 times 8. And again, I could add 64 8 times, or I could do this other way that we've been talking about, break 64 into 60 plus 4. 8 times 6, I could use my chart here to know that it's 48, but this is 6 tens, so I want 48 tens, so 480. And 8 times 4 is 32. Got to add those up. 480 plus 32. I believe it's 512. And lastly, Marianne had 56 boxes with 4 stuffed animals in each. How many total stuffed animals did she have? So she's got 56 boxes with 4 in each. I can also think of this as 4 groups of 56 because sometimes it's easier to multiply by that. And we know that we can switch multiplication problems back and forth. It's the commutative property. We get the same answer. So again, I could add 56 4s. That seems like a lot of 4s to write. I could add 4 56s, or I could break 50 and 6. Multiply 4 times 5 is 20. I've got that extra 0. I'll place that on there. 20 tens is 200. And 4 times 6 is 24. Put those together, I get 224 stuffed animals. Marilyn, that's too many stuffed animals. You should really give some away. You can't play with that many. Okay, thank you for watching. And remember today, after you've done this, you are going to do there's a form that's also on this page, and it's kind of like a quiz. It's got some practice of the things that you've done on this packet during this week. If you forgot how to do any of those, go back and watch some of the videos. And remember, we are talking about learning, not just getting answers. So actually do the work. Don't just use a calculator or ask an adult. Actually try to do them on your own on the quiz so you can see how you're really doing. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.